What kind of personality will not be suitable for becoming a trader?
In fact, I have a big drawdown 5 years ago, which was the first year of the pandemic.
Usually, most of the time, we don't do anything. We just look at the screen. We are prepared. We have to be prepared for any big moves.
Hi, welcome to today's podcast brought to you by Bursa Malaysia Derivatives. My name is Esther and I'm from Bursa Malaysia. So joining me today are two full-time professional traders. We have Sisi Yong and Kaisen from Straits Index. Let's give them a warm welcome. Yay! So have you wondered, what is it like to become a professional trader? Is it a very glamorous life or is it a sustainable career? So let us find out more today from Sisi and Kaisen. Maybe before we start, can you introduce yourself?
Hi Esther, I'm CC Yong. I'm full-time trader. I started trade futures contract 20 over years ago. That time was called COMEX. I started to become full-time trading when I become local participant. I also started a seminar titled Spread Trading, the best kept secret in futures trading several years ago. Then I've actually encountered to become associate participant with BMD, and I started this platform and we recruit traders, and here we are trading with traders like Kaisen's. We're trading together under Straits Index.
Thank you, Sisi. Kaisen, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kaisen. CC Yong is my boss. So I have been with Straits Index this is my 11th year. Started off as a trader and today I'm a portfolio manager of Straits Index. I could say prior to that, not much experience. Not like him, his experience very good. So I could say, should be considered my first job. So after graduated, then this should be my first job. Had some interest in trading. Then after that, got to know Mr. Yong. Then he started off me in this journey.
Interesting background. So we have someone who is very experienced and someone who started this as his first job. So they will be able to give us different perspectives. Before we start, may I ask the both of you, what's the one word you would use to describe your life as a trader? It could be one word or one phrase.
Well, if one word, I would say bored, but don't be surprised because what my understanding is that trading is supposed to be a boring work, which if you have a system that proven, tested, you have the risk control in place, then what you do is actually when the setup is correct, so you enter a position and exit accordingly. If the position went wrong, then you have to manage the position according to the existing plan. So it's supposed to be a 9 to 5 kind of job, so which you'll be repeatedly every day, day in, day out, doing the same thing. So I would say basically it's bored because you're not supposed to have so much emotion, attached to a trades or your trading career, which you go home, you'll be laughing when you're making money, you'll be sour face when you get home. So it's not supposed to be like that. So it's supposed to be a day in, day out office work.
It's quite different from what a lot of people think. I think we watch movies and we think that it's going to be like, movies like Margin Call and all that. It's quite different, right? Yeah. How about you, Kaisen?
Yeah, I think so. For me also, it's something related to what CC said. So mine will be, I think the word would be un-Hollywood lah. So it's definitely not Hollywood. Yeah, like what you see in series, Hong Kong drama movies. So it's definitely actually completely opposite of what that is. So when usually I go and meet people, then they ask, where am I working as? Then I say I'm a trader. Then like, wow, you make a lot of money, or wow, glamour. But actually, no, I think we are all just normal people. We are working just like a normal job. Yeah, I mean, times we make money also, but also we also lose money. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important for people to know that, this is the reality of becoming a full-time trader. So what first drew you into the futures market? I'm very curious to know, what is your life before and after becoming a trader?
Well, actually, I was studying electronics engineering, but I'm actually love writing software and programming. So I think that time programming was something. So I actually wrote my first software. My first job was actually writing a software called WinChart. I think that was the first charting software local made in Malaysia in 1998. So then I become full-time trader when I become BMD's local participant. So I'm trading futures then, and then subsequently I actually encounter the program called associate participant from Bursa. So I have successfully formed transition from the local participant to associate participant and form the proprietary trading company. And here we are, we're trading with traders and under the company called Straits Index.
Oh, I never knew your background as an engineer. No wonder you're so good at all your crafts and all that. Look at all the hobbies behind you. Yeah, so you are also one of the first local participants in Malaysia, right?
Yes, I was very honored, offered the opportunity to become the associate participant then.
Yeah. What about you, Kaisen? What was the first thing that drew you into futures trading?
I think I have always been interested in finance and trading. So when I went for to university, also I selected finance as my course. Then actually, funny thing is actually I was introduced to him by my mom. So you roughly know his age. Yeah, my mom was actually his student back then in stock trading. Then so I told him that I was interested in trading. Then back then he already started. He was a local participant. He started trading CPO. Then he told me to look into it. He showed me what was a full-time trader. Then I got very interested. So I told him that I wanted to join him. Yeah. So 11 years already with my boss. Yeah.
Cool. I think we have to applaud your mom for being a very forward-thinking person.
Yeah.
So, what mindset shift did you have to go through when you transition into this career of futures trader, CC?
I think the mindset shift was actually I discovered that being a full-time trading or trading as a career professional trader, actually it's not you're looking for high win rate system or any fancy system. Rather, you need to actually achieve certain risk control in your trading, which actually I wrote a program for this and testing millions of trades. So to discover actually to have a long-lasting in terms of full-time trading result, you actually need a risk control system in your trading, or you should focus on the risk control rather than high win rate in other aspect. So actually, the program at the end, I realized the program actually called Monte Carlo Simulator. But back then, when I was writing it, I just thought an idea, and I write a software to prove trading millions of times. What is the factor that affecting your end result as a full-time trader?
Yeah, I think this is a very unique perspective. I think when people think about futures trading, they look at a win rate and they want to make money. But the most important thing is actually risk management. So CC made a very good point here. What is that one thing that you wish you knew before you started this career?
I remember my first day when I joined Straits Index. Then CC Yong told me, he said, "Hey, Kaisen, to be successful in this career, just don't draw down." So he told me that. Then I think 6 months later, draw down. I think I lost half of the equity of my account. Then actually after that, every year I still have drawdown. I still face drawdown. Then even today, I'm still trying to make sure that I don't go through that. And every time I think back, if I know this thing, although CC Yong told me first day in my trading career, but if I could have done that, then I think today I would be doing much better, because facing drawdowns is not only it doesn't only take a toll on the equity, also on our confidence, on time, the time to make back the money and then to build back the confidence. So yeah, and then like what CC said just now, risk control also, we have to be very tight in terms of risk control to avoid this. So for any traders, new traders who wants to try this, I would say, I wish that everyone know that just don't draw down. Yeah, losing along the journey is normal, but not big losses.
Very valuable advice here for people who are starting out or looking to start out in futures trading. Cici, what would you say is the biggest misconception about becoming a full-time trader?
I think most people would thought actually we are, as a full-time trader, we solely looking at the chart or indicators and like. Actually, we are actually trading, studying the fundamentals of the palm oil. We study various of informations. There's a lot of data to analyze, but actually we are not looking at solely at technical charting per se. But don't get me wrong, we are actually still using charting. In fact, I have converted my wind chart, which I wrote like 30 years ago, convert it to be software that we are using now, because there's actually non-existent in the market that we have. I mean, the chart that we needed in terms of spread trading that we are trading. So it's not essential. I have to write the software for our company as a proprietary trading software for ourselves. So this is probably one of the misconception. And also probably most people would thought every time we go into a single trade, are we going to make like 100 or 200 ticks in terms of profit. But actually, for intraday trading, we probably look at 4-5 ticks per trade, or probably 10-20 ticks from the profit for intraday for precision trading. So this is probably many have mistaken, because I always being asked, oh, how many 100 ticks you make from this bull run. No, probably we are not that. We trade probably in terms of volumes, because certainties is that you can see probably in a few minutes time the market is certain that what you thought, but looking forward like hours later, actually we are not so certain, because so many variables could actually affecting the price direction. So therefore we rather take a smaller steps into our goals rather than one step to the heaven.
Yeah, I think one of the things that you guys must dislike the most when people comment and say, wow, you make a lot of money, like that, right?
We always
When
tell
the
them
reality
we are
is,
opposite. We are losing money, a lot of money.
when the reality is, it's one step at a time, and making small steps, but making it sustainable, right? Cici, I'm interested to know, right, what is the futures contract that is most beginner friendly for Malaysians, and why?
Actually, all the contracts in BMD's trading are beginners friendly, because first thing first, they are denominated in ringgit, so it's easier for us to actually start to trade it, and then it's close to us, and because it's BMD is highly regulated and scrutinized platform, which we feel safe, to trade with BMD products. But for me, FCPO and FKLI and even FGLD Go, those familiar contracts are beginners friendly, but actually they are the contracts that we are trading as well. Meaning to say, beginners friendly and professional traded contracts, actually they are the same contract and they are not contradict each other. So this is the concept that I probably want to highlight, is that the contract that easy to start is actually the contract we are trading as well.
Interesting to know. I think people may have a different thought on it. Maybe there's some more beginner friendly or easier to trade contracts, but turns out that can be the same, right? Yeah.
And then our concept is actually probably is, if it's actually suitable for the beginners, it's also suitable for professional like or full-time trader, because essentially what we want is something straightforward, simple, and then in fact it's homemade, which like for example FCPO is the palm oil contract, which we see the palm oil estate everywhere around us, at our house, or the road leading to our home. So that will be probably something they feel, whether weather is hot, whether it's rainy day. So it's something homemade. So it makes it beginner friendly as well as actually suitable for full-time trader like us.
But speaking of palm, what are the things that you will need to study, before you trade?
Okay, what we study is actually essentially you look at the newspaper and all this. Actually, we have a lot of data. Malaysia has got the best data provisions in terms of government's data published. So these are the data we looking at, and we have our in-house researcher on this fundamental data, which actually Kaisen is the one who actually mainly focus and research all the data in terms of fundamentals data.
So yeah, we do rely a lot on fundamental in our trades, but we study, but we actually don't solely rely. That's not it's because trading is actually a combination of a lot of parts. So like CC also, we still look at charts one, then we study fundamental, but the fundamental play a big role because CPO is actually a commodity, soft commodity that it's actually influenced by weather, then influenced by it's actually cooking oil ma. So whole world consumes it. Then we look at importing countries, what are the importing patterns, and then we get to see a pattern of something what we call a seasonal pattern. Production, there's actually a cycle. Going in a bit technical Then actually one more thing is maybe some may not know that actually palm oil is the most consumed cooked edible oil in the whole world. And actually Malaysia, we are the benchmark of the price discovery by like the product CPO under Bursa Malaysia. Some people might think that whether we need to study the macro or the micro factors and all these things. One thing very interesting about FCPO, there's something called calendar spread. So I like to think of it this way. The outright, the FCPO, that would be the macro factor. Things driven by the whole world, the global things, crude oil, soya oil, the competing products. Then, just to leak a bit of secret, we are actually trading calendar spread. We don't trade outright. We trade calendar spread. Why? Because we think of it that the calendar spread is actually the micro aspect of crude palm oil. So, lesser factor to influence the price. It gives us more confidence to trade. Gives us somewhat more, I wouldn't say predictability, but somewhat more confidence that we know where the curve is heading to. And then it makes our trading journey actually easier and smoother.
So would you say, like, compared to other investment or trading asset classes out there, trading futures, especially FCPO, actually allow you to focus on particular areas of study? Does it make it simpler?
I think to a certain extent, yes. Like what CC said earlier just now, this is homegrown. Yeah, we can see. So like, when you drive on the highway, then you can see. I mean, I do study one. Like when you drive highway, then I see baby trees. Then I'll tell my family, I tell my son, tell my wife, hey, you see, they are planting new trees. Then I'll roughly tell them, I say, this tree is roughly how old? And then when will all come out? So now even my son has interest. He's 5 years old, but he'll tell his friends, my dad, when he look at palm oil, he say, my dad does that. Yeah, so it's homegrown and I feel very close to it. We get to feel, get to see weather and all these things. It's actually, so it makes it easier for us.
Yeah, I think it's palm oil is integral to our daily lives, and a lot of people can relate to it, but not a lot of people know that there's a trading instrument with palm oil as an underlying. So learning something today. Yes, CC.
In addition to that, actually, like you said, we focus on the palm oil and BMT contracts because we always have a concept where trading is actually simple, or trading can be very simple, but trading, although it's not easy. So I would like to highlight this because we will highly focus on one contract. One of the reasons is because even we focus on one contract, we find that our studies is not enough. The markets keep changing, market dynamics keep changing. So, like Kaisen said, we have to focus on something that it doesn't change so much, which is the production cycles. So we rely on this production cycle as a in a microeconomic scale, which we are familiar with. So we could actually trading as a full time because you need to hold on something that your basis and the basic and simple that you can actually rely on trading throughout the turbulent market.
Okay, CC. I'm very curious to know. I think many people are curious also. What is the most important but painful lesson that you have
Oh.
learned? Yeah.
This is very tough question. I think basically the painful lesson usually is losing money. We call a big drawdown. In fact, I have a big drawdown 5 years ago, which was the first year of the pandemic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but actually because we realize actually we have been trained the same system for more than a decade. So and the same proven system, low risk, strict control, and we still face the market dynamic change. In terms of I mean that time was pandemic, so we face drawdowns, massive drawdowns in our scale. So what we look at is wow, then we have to adapt to the new norm, change the parameters. Actually, in fact, we actually reduce or tighten the risk control, and then hence, and we even reduce our position sizing, so to actually allow us to get out of the bad position. That is what I learned, and in fact, it's a wake up call to me that we need to always be prepared for the market dynamic to shift. So after that, actually a lesson learned, and then in fact last year we have I have a same spin in my trade again. So I'm using the same lesson, same way to actually get me out of the bad position. And I tell myself, although I'm actually losing money by that time, but as long as I'm doing the right thing, I follow my studies and the method that or lesson that I learned 5 years ago. So I could call I get out of the bad position professionally.
That's good to know. Kaisen, what is your typical day as a professional trader?
Typical day. So usually very routine on my typical day is very routine. So morning send kids to school. Then usually if I have time, start off with exercising. Because one thing good I like about FCPO, we start work at 10:30. Yeah, so morning I can squeeze some time and then don't have to go and jam and don't have to rush with people. Then after that, I'll be sitting in front of the screen now, getting ready to work. But usually most of the time we don't do anything. We just look at the screen. We are prepared lah. We have to be prepared for any big moves, but it's not as hectic as what we always see in again in TV series lah. It's not like that. Usually then we spend time chit chat with colleagues. And one thing good about this job is it gives me flexibility. I actually work remotely, hybrid. Sometimes I come to office and then I also work remotely. So when I work remotely, then we have a WhatsApp group. All of us, all my colleagues, we are in. Then we start chatting. Not about trading actually. What also we chat about. But I was saying that we are something like a country defense. We are always ready to act when something happens, but most of the time it's not used. A country defense is always there. Yeah. So I think we are something like that. And then another good thing is this job don't have to OT. Because every night we also OT already. Till 11:30.
Because of the night trading.
Yeah,
right?
we have a night session until 11:30. Yeah, but having said that, although the hours is maybe long, but it gives us flexibility when I can spend time with my family. It's quite would say a rewarding job now.
Are you able to really switch off when you go holiday, or you have to
Oh no.
still trade all the time?
No, so when we go holiday, when we are away, my computer, my desktop is on at home. Then when I go overseas, I'm always on my phone. So always connecting back to my desktop at home, and then I have to see. Yeah, then sometimes if let's say I go for family trip, then I'll tell when the market moves, I'll tell them, I say, you all go out today. I have to stay in the hotel to work today. Yeah.
I see. So so it's not really a bed of roses
No,
for people who
definitely not.
think that this is very flexible, can work from home, etc. But I think the two of you would agree that the reward is worth it in the end.
Yeah, the reward is really worth it. In fact, because we have built our system, and if we have a proven system, we rely on all this setup that we have. But in return, because we are leaning more towards trading using set of rules. We already study, already analyze, but in return we get back the life that we wanted or we plan to, because I can be, let's say, a father, husband, colleague, and friend. Also, I get back to my time. I probably also enjoy, I could using my sim racing rig to race with drivers around the world. Play the games that I like. I like planting flowers. So I could have my hobbies back as a trader, because although we actually look at the screen most of the time, but since we have a system trading the way that we plan to, so we in return we get back our life as a trader.
Yeah, I can see that you have a lot of hobbies. You can describe trading as boring, but your life doesn't look boring.
Thank you, thank you.
Cici, we always heard about this term prop firm, right? How does your prop firm differentiate from a lot of people's idea of a prop firm? And what do you actually do in a prop firm business? And also for individuals who are looking to trade full time, right? What is the benefit of joining a prop firm to trade rather than trading on their own?
Okay. Basically, Straits Index is a prop firm. As a prop firm, what we do is actually we trading futures contract. We do the trading. We use our self fund and we fund a trader. We recruit traders and then we train them and then we fund them to trade for the company fund as profit for the company. But we are a registered BMD associate participant, which makes us a level which we are actually trading under the frameworks of BMD. And then for individual to join a prop firm like us, the benefit is actually, like I said, there are many factors, things that ones need to learn and excel or understand before they can start become a full-time trader. For example, the risk control part. Joining a prop firm is actually jumpstart. You don't have to be in a self-taught journey which you have to write a software or you learn somewhere reading a books before you can start to aware that actually risk control is actually much more important than the win rate. So joining a prop firm actually jumpstart which you are taught this and then show evidence, show examples, senior colleagues, traders, the result and all this to shows you that this is what you should be if you want to full-time trader. So it's actually essentially a quick, I would say, jumpstart, as a career, full-time career as a full-time trader.
Okay. Yeah, looks like there are many benefits of joining a prop firm.
Maybe I want to add on also. So he's a founder. CC is a founder of the prop firm. I joined in as a staff. So for us, I feel that actually trading can be a very lonely journey. Yeah, but because when I join a prop firm, then there's a group of traders together. So when I lose money, I just have to go and find who lose more money than me. Then I feel happy already.
Emotional support.
Yes, that's just a joke lah. But usually we support each other. Then of course my mentor CC Yong. Then there are times, especially when we face big drawdown, there are times I think about giving up before. But having people trading together, we support each other, we encourage, and we know that we are not alone. When I lose money, I know that actually we all also go through together. Yeah, so it helps us a lot.
Yeah, I think that's a very insightful point. A lot of people, when they lose money, right, they somehow would have this trauma or would be afraid to step into trading again. So having this emotional support is very important. So for those who are looking to join a prop firm, we have some information at the end. So stay till the end to find out how you can grab this opportunity. Kaisen, what kind of personality or traits do you think would be the most suitable or would better make someone successful in trading?
I think to begin with, no one is born to be a trader. No one is like born then you say you are a trader. So it's not an easy journey, but if a person who has, I think, genuine interest is definitely most important. You are interested in trading, you are willing to learn, and actually, trading is my mentor used to say anti-human. We have to try to, but we are born as human beings. Emotions is there, but how to overcome everything, put all these things aside so that you excel in this career. Yeah, so you have to try to be anti-human, have to be a robot. Yeah, then so but this thing takes guidance, and then self-discovery, learning about ours, and it's always a constant challenge against ourselves, our own nature. Yeah, but I think if that person has got determination to learn this, the interest to overcome this, and then has the patience to go through the ups and downs, I think then that would be a few key traits of a person who can do well in this. I don't say do well, I'm probably survive in this industry. Yeah.
Yeah, in Straits actually probably we have an idea where each different individual they have different characteristic, but we feel like we have this saying in the company say, in the market usually often people will regards probably 90% of the or 5% rather the person who join as a trading will be successful in terms of becoming a full-time trader. So we are not looking for the 5%, but joining us actually we train them to be the 5%. So even though they have the individual personal or traits, characteristics, we actually probably design or allow them to evolve their trading skill according to their own traits or characters.
Okay. Then I'm curious lah. Then on the other hand, right, what kind of personality will not be suitable for becoming a trader?
Oh, okay. I think if one that emotionally out of control easily, when under stress, then they are actually not recommended until they solve their impulsive trading kind of emotional trading kind of traits in their own personalities.
Yeah, I think for us, trading is more of a emotional EQ is more important than IQ. I think.
Cici, you know that we have this program called the Futures Trading Apprenticeship Programme, or FTAP, right? So what's your take on the program, and who do you think that it's suitable for?
Well, I think the program is tremendously good. I actually wish I have this program to join 20, 30 years ago when I started trading, because instantly you learn a lot of things in a prop firm, the data, the system they are using, and like just I explained to you that we look at risk rather than more on high win rate. So to join this program, I think the candidates that have a strong intention to become full-time trader. They have the strong intention to become full-time trader. So be they actually enroll or actually at the end drop out from the selection, do not be demoralized, because actually selection program is part of probability, and probability is actually in trading. So if any time actually they actually choose to participate in the program, they already learn the real world of trading, which is about probability.
That's true. But if I am applying, right, I want to know, how do I increase my probability of being successful in my application? Maybe Kaisen, you can give some tips.
Okay, I think 2 tips. First tip, go to my Bursa. Look for CC Yong's video to watch. Second tip, listen this podcast properly.
That's a good one, yeah. Make sure you pay attention. Yeah. Okay, before we end this podcast, it's been a very interesting and exciting conversations with the both of you, right? What is that one advice or one thing you have to say to people who are interested to explore full-time trading as a career?
Well, if you're exploring full-time trading, I think trading futures contract is the correct way or correct path. The reason is because futures contract offers regulated, transparent, and safeguard of your capitals, and it's also actually offer a lot of opportunities. But the most important thing is futures contract actually offers regulated, transparent, and very liquid market in a real economic market world. So if you are serious to choose the career as a full-time trader, futures actually is the best avenue for you because it's actually combine opportunity with professionalism. It's allow you to grow sustainably as a trader.
Kaisen, what about you? What is your advice to people who want to trade full-time?
I think to put on top of what CC Yong said, commercial time, CPO again we are the leading benchmark globally for palm oil. So I think the choice I made 11 years ago to come in to trade and then trade CPO, to me it's eye-opening. So to advise them, I think I would say come and join us, explore this journey if you are ready to go through the roller coaster of emotions. But if you feel that being disciplined, cannot take emotion, cannot lose money, then don't come.
Well, you sound like a guru discipline. Now I'm scared.
I think because I need to steal a quote from CC Yong. He always says this: trading is simple but not easy, and this is actually very, very true. It's really simple. Actually, whatever CC Yong teaches can be learned in one day. Actually, in fact, few hours. The whole concept of his trading philosophy, probably half a day you can learn. But to effectively apply it day to day, that is the main challenge. I think for someone, if let's say ready to change, ready to embrace this whole thing, then I think come in, we try.
Yep. Right. Thank you very much to Cici and Kaisen for sharing your words of wisdom with us today. And thank you everyone for tuning in also to watch this podcast. But before we end, I'd like to share that we have a Futures Trading Apprenticeship Programme, or we call FTAP, that is organized by Bursa Malaysia Derivatives. And the application has already begun. So if you are really keen to learn how to trade as a full-time trader and learn from experts like CC Yong and Kaisen, do apply. Don't miss this golden opportunity. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.